Hey y'all, this is John Kim. For my city project, I was assigned Montevideo, Uruguay. It's located in southern South America off the coast of the South Atlantic Ocean. So it's basically in between Argentina and Brazil. So what is Montevideo? Montevideo serves as the capital and primate city of Uruguay. It has a population of 1.4 million people, so it's home to a third of all Uruguayans. It was founded in 1680 as a Portuguese colony called Colonia do Sacramento. But in 1723, it was viewed as a threat by Spain, who eventually conquered it and renamed it Montevideo and used it as a large naval base. It officially became a municipality on December 18, 1908. Originally, Montevideo was designed off the Spanish colonial models. Large central squares, buildings that are wide apart from each other for fire control purposes, and the churches tend to be the tallest buildings. But as time progressed, Montevideo expanded and annexed all the surrounding towns. So currently, I believe it's based off the sector model. You have 62 barrios, basically districts, that have a distinct purpose and characteristic, but the city center is the primary area for socioeconomic activity. For example, the industrial and commercial barrios are located along the coast near the central part of the town. Residential barrios tend to be scattered all over the city, and unlike the concentric zone model, you have upper class and working class neighborhoods, barrios, that are all basically equidistant from each other, and they're also equidistant from the city center. The major road networks tend to be in the western part of the city, where the industrial sections are. So, sustainability issues. One of the first ones is renewable energy dependence. 84% of total energy production is dependent on wind turbines and hydroelectric dams, and by 2015 it will increase to 95%. Uruguay is one of the few countries in the world that doesn't possess its own petroleum reserve. So, and also the government doesn't subsidize any energy costs. So energy costs are very high in Uruguay, but the switch to renewable is viewed as a way to decrease the costs for the average citizen. Basically, the average household income is around $1,900 a month. And $200 to $300 of that will go to your power bill. Secondly, Montevideo hopes to have the first sustainable airport in the world. So Carrasco International Airport receives 1.6 million visitors annually. And the plan is to basically use a combined use of solar panels and wind turbines to achieve 90% self-sufficiency. So although it might not be the world's biggest airport, it could set a precedent for others to follow. It's also considered one of the world's most friendly homosexual cities. For example, gay marriage is legal there, although it's heavily Roman Catholic. And being a coastal city, it has to deal with the threat of rising sea levels. Montevideo may encounter storm surges of up to 2.7 meters, but they're working on beach nourishment and seawalls to prevent flooding from happening. So what's in store for Montevideo in the future? It's economically strong. It's a center for government, trade, retail, and tourism. So basically, there's plenty of job opportunity. And because of that, there's a very high living standard within Montevideo. Unemployment rate is at 6.7%, literacy rate's at 98.5%. As said earlier, the average monthly household income is around $1,900, and the poverty rate is just over 12%. So if you look at these numbers, it almost resembles any type of Western city, basically. And sustainability for the future, as said earlier, Montevideo will be 90% dependent on renewable energy, clean for the people, clean for the world, and hopefully they'll have the world's first sustainable airport that will set precedents for other airports to follow. And finally, they're a very tolerant city. It's one of the most friendly cities towards homosexuals, and gay marriage is legal. So really, if you look at it, Montevideo has a very bright future ahead of it.